Welcome back to the Tu-Vie podcast, your TV movie entertainment news podcast. I am your host, James. Sitting with me, as always, Colin. How you doing, lad?
Pretty
Lad.
good.
I
Pretty
didn't
good.
like
I'm
lad.
excited.
I didn't like lad. That was not a good one.
Dude,
I didn't feel that one.
I
That
watched
one.
movies yesterday and finished a show that is happening at a place in my TV.
Time.
Time. It's a
Time.
thing.
This
Could be a movie.
it
I don't know.
could
Who
be
knows?
possibly one of the most beautiful British men to ever exist as the lead role. You
Yeah.
figure it
And
out.
yeah. That's
Cameron
really, really
couldn't.
hard to figure out.
Huh?
That's really, really hard to figure it out. There's a lot of really great British men that work
Yeah.
in the industry.
Good luck with the Easter egg hunt. Sitting not with us today is Cameron. He's still sick. He's battling some. He's probably battling the thing that will possibly come up later. So that's awful. So today we're keeping up with a writer's trend, and today we are talking about the master of horror. We got him after Stephen Colbert this week, which is, great conflict is scheduling issues. John Carpenter. You had something to say, Colin? You had your hand up.
One of the masters of horror.
Yeah, but that's the title everyone keeps giving him, which I don't like. I don't disagree. I don't think he's done a bad job with horror, but I don't say he's the master. I'd say the king of horror is the king himself.
Tiger King.
Stephen King?
Oh, he's all right. You
What do you
know,
mean?
he's fine, dude. Sarcasm.
I didn't know if you would be like, I see Ari Aster. I don't know if that's what you were gonna do.
No,
I mean, not the dog, Ari Aster.
I mean, Ari Aster is talented, but like, it's really hard to pick, who is the master, because there's always something new that comes out, or
Actually, we do know the master of horror.
Flip flop.
Master of horror is M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan, because it's either a great thing or the worst thing you ever saw. So that's pretty scary when you pay that money and you walk into that movie not knowing what you're gonna get.
Yeah, you'll get your Signs and you'll get your Avatar: Last Airbenders.
Have you seen any of the other movies he's done?
For the most part.
Like, did you see the Old?
Old was terrible.
Old was bad. I felt like it aged me as I was watching it.
Dude, I was watching that movie and I was like, M. Night, dude, I've seen you do so much better. What's going on here, my guy?
Yeah, and actually, before we get started, I need to take a quick drink. So I got this with me this morning. Can you see that well?
I thought you're pulling out a Coors Light. I was like, no.
Well, no, it's a Shiner. Here, let's see. I don't know if he'll pick it up. Hold on. Oh, this bottle opener sucks. But hold on. Let's see.
If you can't open.
Oh, did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
Well, kind of, I did, but like,
Salud.
My stupid voice was talking, so kind of covered it. Dude. Oh my God. We gotta go to a bar.
Let's get into it.
Oh.
Wow, that's gonna pair well with my coffee.
You need like a minute or a break after that, and you're going for a different swig at
I'm good. It's a chaser. No, that's a chaser. So like I said, we're talking about John Carpenter. He has 60 writer credits, 33 director credits, and 43 composer credits. I also want to talk about his composing. He's a very well-deserved composer. Equal to
and his son too.
I didn't know he had a kid.
Yeah. So on a certain, are we allowed to talk about like other Halloween movies?
Yeah. Because I totally messed this up. This is our Halloween episode. We're going. Actually, we're in our costumes right now. We're going as two guys trying to make it. That's our costume.
Two guys
that happy guys, and paired up with us is a successful podcast. That's our Halloween costume. Okay, sorry.
Hopeful thinking.
Yes. What Halloween?
Okay, so
gosh, that's settling in. Halloween movie you want to kick it off with? Because I wanted to kick it off with his.
I wanted to kick it off with the point that I was originally going to make, which was that in the 2018 reboot sequel of Halloween, John Carpenter had his son work with him to compose the soundtrack of the new Halloween movie. And you see in the behind the scenes that like it just, one, like it's really cool to just work with your dad on something this big, but also like you can really see the effects of John Carpenter onto his son, just sort of like and he was a young kid too. I think he looked 18, but he could probably also be 45. I don't know.
It's like that John Mulaney bit about Doc Brown, where it's like he's either 45 or 95 years old. We don't know the answer. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out who did the rebooted thing in 2011. It was
that comedian from
Mathis Van Heining Jr.
It was
he did the Thing reboot. He did the Thing in 2011.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about Halloween reboot.
Oh, no. Halloween, that's from 2018, was done by David Gordon Green. He's a comedian.
Oh yeah, he did. He directed it. Who's the Righteous Gemstones? Who's that main curly-haired guy?
Oh, he's the guy from the Ant-Man and the Wasp, right?
No.
Right. The bad guy from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Are you talking about Tony Cavallero?
Start listing names on that movie.
Okay, are you talking about Righteous Gemstones?
I mean, on that show,
okay, so we have, of course, Danny McBride, Eddie Patterson.
Danny McBride, he rebooted the Halloween franchise. That was the new one.
No, he did not. Yeah, no way. Yeah. How did he reboot it?
He just did. He's a horror fan.
Wow, really?
Yeah, Danny McBride. He was the lead producer or something, like he was like a big producer. He got that franchise off the ground.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, because like
how have we not talked about that?
Because I don't know. Anytime that I bring up horror movies, you're like, I'm not gonna see that. I don't like them. So
it's not my favorite genre. Halloween was coming out. Well, I do like the slasher films. We have talked about that. Slashers is where I live. But back onto John Carpenter, because we need to get on that. Like we do every time with the director Colin, you know this by now. What are we gonna do?
4 movies they're known for.
Top 4 known for. Yep. I have it rhymed for a reason. That's how you listeners can say. I'm so out of it. I shouldn't have chugged that.
Dude, this week has been brutal for me.
It's been a freaking week. Okay, so here we go. Top 4 known for. Lay it on me.
Okay. Halloween, The Thing.
Okay.
Escape from New York. I want to say They Live.
Wow. 2 out of 4. It goes The Fog, Halloween, Dark Star, Escape New York.
That is wild. Not even The Thing?
No, not The Thing. Apparently so. Not the actual thing that he's truly known for. Not The Thing.
Yeah. Like one of the few and only horror movies from that time that actually hold up is not known for.
Well, I mean,
that's crazy.
I don't know how to explain. And on like I said earlier, he was on Stephen Colbert, and Colbert, which by the way, I like Colbert as the late night host. He's one of my favorites.
Ever since Conan left, like Stephen Colbert and Seth Meyers have been like comfort food.
Yeah, you know, I'm talking recently. No, Conan was.
I know. I'm reassuring your point and adding on.
Said, when you said no in the beginning, I thought you were like disagreeing and saying something else. I'm like, who do you think?
No, I was agreeing with you.
Okay, I'm like, you're saying James Corden? You a big James Corden fan? You look like a James Corden fan.
Wow, that is an end of a friendship.
I'm sorry. Right, that is possibly the meanest thing I've said. We've both messed around and said a lot of mean things. I draw the line there.
I'd rather you on my dead dad than ever say I like James Colbert. I mean James Corden.
You did not just say that.
Oh my God, what is going on with that?
Why did I make that sound? But okay, that is awful. Don't ever say that again.
Yeah, I agree, James. Don't ever bring up James Corden on this podcast ever again. I'm still mad. And plus, it's my dead dad, not yours. I can bring him up whenever the I want.
Okay, stop. Sorry. He was on Colbert. He was on Colbert. He was on Colbert, and Colbert asked him. He said, "Okay, don't answer this question. This is to Carpenter." He goes, "Don't answer the question. I just want to know if there's an answer, and if there is, then just say yes or no." But is there a definitive answer on who is the thing at the end of the movie? Like if you were to go back and rewatch it, can you figure it out? And this is what Carpenter said. He goes, if you watch the film carefully and you send me a check, I'll let you know. Which
is cool.
That's a great answer. Cool. But that does lead to my question. Who do you think it is? Because
I'll be straight with you. I still don't know. Because I mean,
I was really expecting you to kind of have like a well-determined answer. Like you always got something, and then this one you just
Well, the beauty of that movie is that you both get so into it, but also like you're really uncertain at the same time. Like it could be a guy, it could be a dog, it could be any other animal. It could have escaped.
People think it's the child.
Like, it could be the child. Like it could be a number of reasons. And
do you think they ever need to do another one? Same cast and everything. Like the kid is now much older.
No. Okay. That would completely like defeat.
I'm only thinking like a studio.
I know. I'm just answering. I know you wouldn't want that. I know. I'm just I'm answering the question.
None of the John Carpenter movies should be remade. Halloween is the only exception that could be continued.
No.
Hold on, that could have been. Like Laurie
fair.
Older and wanting to get back at Michael. I thought that the first Halloween 2018 was like the final one. I'm like, dude, we've been waiting this long. That's super sick. That's
the only one I really like. I mean, Halloween really 1 is just Halloween. I like, and let me just elaborate, and because I don't want to sound because this is going to be recorded and live forever. So
is it not recorded? Okay, sorry, you got me freaked out. I thought we were recording. Okay, go on.
The first Halloween, I think it's I can't appreciate it. I really can't. You have older fans or even just really, really like infatuated film lovers that like just appreciate old cinema. Halloween just never really did it for me. And the first one, and that's I'm not disrespect because I mean congratulations like at the time like that was like a really big movie. Halloween 2018 though for me, and it was really limited budget.
Low budget. Like
I always laugh whenever Michael Myers fell off that balcony, and then when he got up, there's just that like Michael Myers print like left in the grass, like that ever happens, and it always makes me. It reminds me of Jack and Jill when Adam Sandler's sister gets out of bed and there's just a giant Adam Sandler sweat stain on the bed.
Hey, Colin, never again mention Jack and Jill on this podcast. Just.
Do you want to hear something that'll blow your mind?
Because you know why? I've already made enough Dunkachino jokes to mention Jack and Jill.
You want to hear something?
I regretted it. What? What do you want to hear?
I like Jack and Jill.
No, you don't. No, you do not. No, we're ending it here. This is it. See you next week. There's no way. There's no way you're being serious when you say that. I know you're kidding. Man. Colin, I know you're kidding. Colin, cut the cameras. Cut the camera. I know you're kidding. There's no way you're being serious. Is this like trick or treat? And this is just a trick? And the trick is you've been an idiot our entire friendship?
And the treat is me upsetting you.
Oh, so you're just messing with me. Please, for the love of God, I need to hear it. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, of course. Okay. I loved it as a kid, though. I mean, as a kid, it's like the funny.
When you're stupid and you don't understand things, yeah, Jack and Jill was a damn good time.
But as an adult, I can also just appreciate the fact that Al Pacino is in that movie. And he's, I guess,
what's my name?
And he dressed up as like Bin Laden at an NBA game with Johnny Depp or something. Like he just
he didn't. No, he didn't.
Adam Sandler, hold on, shut up.
He did not dress like that, and I know for a fact he just had a fake beard. No, he did not dress as him.
All right, I'm just not going to explain it and just leave it at that. Then.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to explain it.
He makes a joke related to that. I just was like cutting to the chase because you see that picture and you see what he's dressed up as.
Such a bad image. Such a bad.
It is a great image.
Bad movie. Don't phrase Al Pacino dressed as Bin Laden into a basketball game. That's something you hear in a lucid dream.
That's my review on that app, that movie
On
review app.
Letterboxd? That's on Letterboxd?
That's my letterbox review.
That's awful.
Alfred just as Bin
Can we
Laden
get
and
back
him
to
in
John
the
Carpenter, please? Not
Oh
that
yeah.
crappy movie. Uh, quick quick band on Halloween. So now you reminded me of this. In Halloween 2, because you talked about when Michael Myers fell off the balcony. I felt so bad for that poor guy that got demolished by the cop car in Halloween 2 because he dressed up as Mike Myers, but also he had it coming.
But also, like, that's like an astronomical like coincidence, you know.
I don't think it's a coincidence. This man purposely went out and got a Michael Myers costume and wore it when he was on the loose. That
No,
is
but
the
like
dumbest
nobody,
thing.
but that like Michael Myers wasn't, that wasn't like, you know, that still takes place in the same night.
Yeah, I know.
So I know, hold on. So like that guy had to have seen Michael Myers
Yeah,
doing the murder
yeah.
so that he can go to the store and
It's still stupid. It's still
like
the dumbest thing.
flip an inside out mask of
William Shatner, they
homeboy
painted
from
it white.
Star Trek.
Yeah, Will Shatner from sorry, they painted it white.
Yeah. You want to, here's a fact for you. So John Carpenter, the Halloween movies, they were never supposed to only be about Michael Myers. It was supposed to be an anthology series, and it takes place like, you know, that's why I think in Halloween 3, like it was like Season of the Witch or some
I don't know.
you know, it was like, you know, it was like I think, and I could be wrong, but like the facts essentially was like, you know, Michael
Oh
Myers
wow,
wasn't
Colin, that
supposed
is
to be the lead.
on the nose.
What?
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I've done my fair share of
go.
AMC Halloween bitches. Yeah, so like Halloween was never supposed to be about Michael Myers, but then it just did because he was just like a popular character in the studio, was like money, and you know, they just wanted it.
Because they do like Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers, and Halloween 5, the revenge of Michael Myers. Halloween, the curse of Michael Myers.
Yeah. Halloween 3 has no Michael Myers in it at all.
Really?
Yeah.
So stupid. Halloween H2O, 20 years later, Halloween Resurrection.
Oof.
And then we have like Halloween.
Should never name your movie H2O or anything along the lines of that.
Because all I'm thinking about is that show H2O Glow.
I'm just thinking of water.
I'm really glad you paid attention in science class, Colin. That's really good. Back on to John Carpenter, because I need to get back on this man. We could talk about his movies all day. The way I think he has made these movies are stuck in the way they are. They have to be made exactly. They have to be left alone. No movie should ever try to reboot. There's the word. Escape from New York. Personal favorite, best Jack. What's his name? Kurt Russell character. Jack Burton from not Escape. Big Trouble Little China. I'm all over my words today. Kurt Russell and oh boy, there was 2 actors that are very prominent in John Carpenter movies. Kurt Russell. And Keith David. He made a few. He was in there for a few of them. What a pair. You know, with They Live, which should never be rebooted. Escape from New York, never rebooted. The Thing.
Okay, hold on.
Shouldn't have been rebooted.
Let me tell you this. I do, hold on, and this is related to John Carpenter. It's not off topic. I do believe though that like you can reboot something, but hold on. It can't be the studio's decision and their idea to come up with it, and they have to go and try to find a director. I truly believe that if there's somebody who believes in the source material, that's like, this was my childhood movie, but I feel like, and for today, our technology, our production value, a good vision, cinematographer, we could actually, you know, because think of it like a remaster, you know, like something for like the modern generation, where it's like it's a spiritual, like, you know, to me it's like Evil Dead 2013, when like the original guys like Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi, they, you know, they came in and they're like, back in the day we didn't have the budget for this, and we had goals and we had dreams. Now that we have the technology and we have the budget today, let's make what we originally wanted to make. All right.
But like you said, they went back to Bruce and Raimi, which is great.
I know, but I'm using that as an example of like,
I know, and I like that example. It's a good example. I think that is exactly how they should do it, because I feel like sometimes, like you said, the studios make reboots to make reboots, and they suck. bad.
Yeah.
No, I don't think the thing from 2011 is bad. It just wasn't needed.
It felt weird, you know.
Good cast though. Good cast.
No, good cast, great effects.
Yeah, really good.
And
I think I like the reason why I like the original one so much is because it's old and it required such accurate precision on like the practical effects.
Absolutely.
Like
and
things melded together.
Kurt Russell too. I mean,
you can't go wrong with the Russ.
You can't go wrong with him. Dude, his hair always looks the same. It's amazing.
God, his hair, I don't know what conditioner he uses.
It just stays there.
So beautiful.
It's like a Lego hair.
It's dude, he needs to be done not be done. He needs to be the spokesman for like Head and Shoulders, because there's no way you get that good hair consistently in life without some effort.
Spokesman for Forehems.
Okay. Continuing back.
That's the hair company, right? For hair loss.
Hims, I think, is like everything, dude.
Whatever. So back to
I don't know. I don't. Neither one of us are you on it?
By the way, Tu-Vie listeners, I am so sorry for this.
It's not our best episode, but hey, you know what? This thing's scary bad. So welcome to the Halloween episode of the Tu-Vie podcast. So again, back onto John.
Don't even look at me that way.
It's more about me. It's not you. It's me. I go off with the tangents too, but there are some things I want to actually address real quick, and I keep forgetting about it. John Carpenter, you know him.
Heard of him.
Yeah, once or twice. He wrote a lot, and I noted a lot of the things that he did, and a lot of the things that he's attributed to on his IMDb credit is a lot of source, like not source material, but like the person that came up with it. Like he gets a lot of those kind of credits. Like recently, a lot of the things from like 2012 up is based on characters created by, and all these different things are like creators. He has a lot of those rather than like screenplay stuff.
Like John Carpenter and Up are in the same sentence.
And Up?
I thought you said Up.
Like the movie, but I'm saying like from like 2012 and up. Like,
oh, okay. I'm sorry, dude. I was like, because when you said 2012 and up, I really
I forgot there was a movie called 20.
I thought, because you said like characters based off of John Carpenter. I was like, John Carpenter made those characters?
Okay.
And Up? Holy shit. That's cool. I don't know. Like, you've seen our Tim Burton episode. There were a lot of revelations. All right.
No,
so
mainly from me, because I didn't realize a lot of that stuff. But I forgot that they made a movie called 2012. So I thought you somehow got the year and the movie mixed up in the same sentence, and I couldn't put that together. Okay. Yeah. No, so he's got a lot of credits based on like characters. He has a lot of writing credits from like earlier years, like I'm kind of saying the same thing. A lot of stuff he's got attributed to him is both like screenplay and character creation, which has kind of been later on once they've been rebooting his stuff. But he hasn't made a ton of short films and some TV movies. But I think the bigger things that stick out for him is the pacing of these movies. They're not long movies. They're like an hour and a half, hour 45. Right?
He's very respectful with his run times.
Well, yeah, but it's also the fact that like I think that he doesn't like rely on like such heavy input that it's all very quick stories. Like, have you watched Escape New York?
That was one of the movies I couldn't get into. I couldn't. Not
fine.
that I just like it was a time and money.
I get there's a tower. I couldn't get to a lot of mine. I didn't get to most of the Halloween movies, and I didn't get to finish They Live. I wanted to finish that one out. Well, I mean, I've already seen it.
Did you get to the part at least with that really? Because when you were bringing up like he doesn't do long shit. He has the longest fist fight.
He's a long fist fight.
It was just two old men fighting each other. And
I did see that part. I wanted to make sure I knew that part. I Googled that because I just didn't know how far I was in the movie. But I didn't get to finish that because I had a lot of stuff come up. But it was just like the fact that it's very kind of quick and it's very, I don't want to say like short and sweet, but it's straight to the point. It's just more like a cool war story, if that makes sense. Like
Okay,
not for
wait
every
from New
movie.
York?
No. So not Escape New York. I meant like every movie where it's like when you kind of tell like a quick, almost like war story, you don't focus on like what you weren't doing and the unimportant stuff. You focus on what makes it really cool. And I mean, I don't think war is cool, but I just mean like the action sequences.
Obey makes it look cool.
He focuses like on action sequences, like the fight scene in They Live is 10 minutes maybe of just dudes straight up punching.
Feels like it, dude.
Yeah.
It feels
It's a
like it.
long time, or at least felt like it. But then, like when he's looking at the guy going to he's like in the chapel, and then he gets out of it. So it's like very kind of quick on story, but the things that are kind of fun to watch, he takes his time with. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, like in the horror bit, he kind of reels it in a little bit, lets it stew, but he doesn't draw it out. It's like a very quick, short movie. I don't know. I feel like what I'm saying is not translating. You know what I'm trying to say here? Like Halloween's an hour and a half long.
No, I'm listening. I just was like,
like no, I didn't think I was saying it right. But like hour and a half for the whole movie of Halloween. That's including credits. Is not a long time if you think about it.
No, it's really not a long time at all. It just for my taste, because like you get so into the, like with me, like if I were to pick a genre, it would be a two-way tie between comic books and horror. So like I really see a lot of the old tropes that can't, like Halloween, like came up with first. So like I couldn't really appreciate it in that regard. And you have your stereotypical, you have the horror and you have the boy, and they do their shit. That's them marking themselves to die. That's like a horror movie staple.
Yeah.
And it's really not it's hard for me to appreciate, and I really want to love Halloween. And but also with John Carpenter, he doesn't necessarily repeat himself. Like if you don't like Halloween, you got The Thing, which is one of the greatest horror movies of all time. And
you also have
movie,
unique ones like Chrstine, where a car is just chasing down a person.
Chrstine.
The horror car movie.
It was really.
Do you not know about Chrstine?
I know about Chrstine. I thought that was a Stephen King thing, where like that car comes alive and starts chasing homeboy.
I thought he directed it. Hold on. Yeah, John Carpenter directed. Stephen King wrote it.
Okay, all right.
Is it based on a Stephen King book?
Yeah, I think I was watching a documentary about Steven Spielberg, and they were showing no, that was oh my God, there was actually quite a few movies of because Steven Spielberg, he did there was a truck that was chasing a guy, and towards
Duel?
the end of the Duel.
Yeah. No, I think that's Duel. Yeah, Steven Spielberg's Duel. Yeah.
Oh man, dude.
A lot of truck movies.
A lot of
car. It goes Chrstine, Duel, Fast and Furious.
Dude, watch Duel be a prequel to Transformers, and then
like Life to Venom.
Yeah, Life to Venom. Yeah, that's a
I don't want to go back to that conversation. I don't want to go back to that conversation. That conversation.
And I was gonna leave it at that.
It drained me. But Carpenter has a very unique sense of writing, and I think is entertaining at the same time, also kind of giving you the chills. Like with Halloween, Michael Myers consistently stalking Laurie just because he saw her on Halloween Day. Just because. Yeah. Like there's no absolute reason as to why he would pick her. It's not like.
And then Halloween 2 gave it that reason, and then it became.
Yeah, but the problem is that at the start it's like, why? And are you itching yourself? What are you doing?
No, I was petting my dog.
Oh,
sorry.
I'm like, damn. I just see your body shaking. I'm like, damn, that's a bad itch.
No, he just wanted attention.
I get that's how dogs are. But like the first movie,
I'm glad you pointed that out, though. That would have actually been really sus later on in recording, or like somebody.
Not later on. It was getting a little sus now. I'm like, damn, he really likes John Carpenter. The thing is that with Laurie, it's like it's the innocent person in high school, and she's just being followed by this really freaky looking dude, And like you said, the second movie, they kind of give it a reason. Like, what the thing about Michael Myers was that he's like a silent murdering thing, and that Jordan Peele said it best when he was talking about. I don't remember what he was exactly talking about, but I remember he was saying that one of the things about Michael Myers that he likes is that every time he's killed a person, he does like the head tilt, and almost like it's him thinking like fascinating, like he's very curious about all of it. Do you remember
That's
that
an
interview?
interesting take. No,
Yeah, it was
I've
super cool.
watched a lot of Jordan Peele interviews and listened to he did a class he did a class where he showed up there talking about his movies, and he showed up and started talking about horror.
God, I'd pay
Yeah,
so
dude,
much
like
money to have
that's
that happen.
I no,
That's so
that was
cool.
that I was about to go on a tangent there. But Michael Myers as a character is really great.
Is
I
that your
love
favorite slasher? Because that's one of the questions I was going to ask you. Who's your favorite slasher? Because there's a ton of them.
I'd have to go Ghostface, because like with
You're gonna go
Ghostface,
Ghostface.
go with Ghostface, he because anybody can put on the mask, but when they put on the mask, Ghostface picks up where he left off. It's like
the
the same
antithesis
person.
Spider-Man.
But also I see it as like, any like the mask being more of a, spiritual, like, because every time that you see a Scream movie, it's a quick tangent. Every time you see a Scream movie, like Ghostface talks to them like, they're like an old friend, like, hello, like, and he just, it really feels like,
That was
you
really
know,
good, actually.
yeah,
Do that
it's
again.
just
Do that again.
it's strange that you and I have never spoken on the phone. This is long overdue. I don't know. Like I had to do the Scream 6 trailer because that Ghostface voice is just so good. But that's my favorite slasher because it's just, for me, I like Ghostface never, like, he is the it's something more like spiritual that way. It's just more mystical, and like it's never the killer under the mask. It's always Ghostface. That's him, and he never dies. He always comes back, no matter who possesses
Well,
him.
also they kind of glorify him in the series. They make
Yeah,
like costumes out of him and everything.
it's that, like, that like thing of like a myth becoming real based off of like that energy of like belief, it's those like that classic thing of from us you never seen Supernatural, so I'm going to end this point. But Michael Myers definitely comes second though, because I really do love the quiet characters, those, that like takes his time. You never see him run. You see him like, stumble and struggle a little bit, but he always comes back like he never was like hit or put down.
Oh
And
no, he's been knocked down a few times, but that
no,
sucker
yeah,
keeps
but he
on
gets back up.
woofing. Because
Yeah,
that's
he
my
keeps
answer. Michael Myers was my answer.
Yeah. And that also, what I really liked, the only thing I really liked about Halloween Kills
Which one's that? Is that the second or the third one of the newest ones?
second one of the
Okay.
new ones. And it was that, Laurie like kind of cracked it, where it's like, Michael isn't even, he's not human. Like, he's run on evil. Like, evil
Yeah.
never. And that, like, when you think Michael was dead, like, he's just it's the Anakin thing with Darth Vader. It's like he's fueled by rage. That, or no, Darth Maul, where it's like he's fueled by rage. That's why he never died. And
That's
it
a good
just it
point, Colin.
yeah, and I like that about like characters where you can go towards a supernatural route, where you have those, like, you have those people that complain, it's like, oh, so now it's supernatural. It's like, well, kind of not getting it.
Yeah.
I guess that's a simple way to like put someone down, but I appreciate that shit.
No, I hear
Next
you.
point.
It's I hear you. That's why I
I
like
felt like I
Michael
was
Myers.
talking forever.
Good. That's why I like Michael Myers too. That's my pick, because it's literally just like a dude who cannot be stopped. Like, that to
Yeah,
me is freaky. Like, a guy on the hunt with nothing to lose is just going for it. And the fact that he's
yeah,
also freakishly strong is not something else to kind of ignore.
like the devil disguised as a human wearing a mask.
Yeah, yeah. That's a perfect way to put it. But like I also said, this is also a Halloween uh episode. So, Colin, favorite movie to watch on Halloween?
A horror movie I do like to watch, annually.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be
It
annually. It's just
ranges.
like a perfect movie you would want to watch on Halloween.
Say, I'd have to go now. The most recent Evil Dead movie, because that is for me.
You loved
That
you and I
is
were obsessed with that when that came out.
yeah, dude. It's
You
just
were
it's
into
on
it.
my horror movie list. I'd also have to go Willy's Wonderland, Devil's Candy, your favorite movie Barbarian. You know,
Did you hear that's become? Did you hear that's becoming a video game?
it's not.
Yeah, do you read our group chat?
You guys text a lot, and I'm mostly at work, so sometimes I forget
You
it when I
guys
get
text
home.
when I'm asleep, so
Yeah, well,
even Steven.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
So
when you're
we're on
at
two
work,
different
the
schedules.
messages don't disappear.
I know the messages don't disappear, but like sometimes I like to just like read them every now and then. I don't always attain all of the
They're
information.
images, Colin. It's pictures.
Yes, some of them are
It's a
videos
picture
too.
book.
I don't have to explain. I don't have to explain my thought process. I know I'm
Okay.
genuine with my intentions.
Yes, you are. So that's
All
your
right,
pick. Those are your pick or Halloween movies?
those are just the ones I could think of because like I don't really have. I used to be. Like I used to be those like, I don't really have like movies to pick. I just turn on the TV channel, AMC, yeah, not AMC,
No,
ABC.
no,
Oh,
AMC,
what is Walking Dead?
AMC was yes, that's the Walking Dead, but AMC was also put on a lot of like just
Yeah,
raw movies. Like they would never cut it.
yeah, yeah. And
I miss those
so
days.
whatever they'd have on is like what I'd watch. But like, as I've gotten older, we kind of really stopped watching TV, did we? At
Well, I
least I
mean,
did.
everyone's gone streaming,
Yeah,
so
which makes me kind of sad because I'm also part of the problem.
what
But
do you mean?
I don't know, because like it's that like old kind. It's the same way as like when you feel like physical media is dying,
Yeah,
and
like Blockbuster is no longer selling them starting January.
Best Buy.
That's what I said. Did I say Blockbuster?
You did say
Well,
Blockbuster.
that also kind of adds on to the point. We don't got Blockbuster anymore.
I think. Do we still have the one, or did it shut down?
The one in Oregon?
Yeah, the one in Oregon, is that still up, or did it
That sucker
close down?
better be held alive. That is on life support right now.
But
Because if Toys
to
R Us
elect,
can make a comeback, Blockbuster can too.
yeah, well, but I mean, like, toys will never like go out of like style, because like you're still gonna have those dumb little kids with those pea brains, holding a little doll and ripping its head off, and then you created a new. I don't know where I'm going with that. But you'll still have toys, but with physical media and everything like that, everyone wants it quick. So you're not gonna go
I get it.
forward and spend $20 for a DVD, because that's lame now,
It's never lame.
which makes me
It's
sad.
never lame. Physical media will never die. Never die. Never say
Evil,
die.
Evil dies
Goonies
tonight.
Goonies never say die. DVDs never say die.
What's the Goonies?
You're pulling my leg, right? Because if I hate you.
Can you feel me pulling your leg?
You know,
Oh, let me read.
there
Let
are
me
there
answer.
are there are on there are she's probably gonna watch this episode. Probably not.
Who
Who knows?
is?
I don't know. If she'll probably get in this far, but my loving girlfriend, she knows about this. This isn't anything new. I asked her just two movies. Well, there's a lot of them, but these two explicitly. Just I want you to watch it with me because those are my favorite movies.
Treasure Planet, one of them.
She's already seen it. These are movies she
Oh,
hasn't seen.
oh, nice, nice, good for
Bill and
you.
Ted. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah.
And The Goonies. I love those movies. One night, I get back from like work or something, and I text her. I'm like, "Hey, what's up? Like, just got back from work. Just wanted to say hey." And she goes, "Hi, how was work?" And I'm like, "Blah blah blah." And I go, "What are you up to now?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm watching The Goonies with my mom."
Oh.
And I stopped in my tracks. My heart sunk into my chest, and I went, "What?" She was like, "Look, I know you wanted to watch it with me, but my mom had it on and all these different things. Like her reason was not unjust. It was fine. I totally got it. But a little piece of me died that day. I was
Do you,
what?
do you want me to? Do you want me to beat up her mom?
No,
I'll do it for you, man.
No,
I'm
she was in her room studying all day, and she wanted to hang out with her mom, and it happened to be on. She didn't leave the room. That's fine. I'm not mad about it.
Oh, she
And
wanted to hang out with mom.
she
What's
wanted to hang
that
out with her
like?
mom, and it was on. Shut up. And it was on, and she didn't want to leave. I'm like, I get it. That's fine. I eventually forgave her, but I never forgot, and I bring it up every now and then.
You were like nope, spoiler. Never mind.
You know, yeah, I know you were going. You can leave it there.
Yeah.
But my choice for movies are Ghostbusters. It's the one movie I watch every Halloween. I said this a while back. I think it was, I think it was our David Fincher episode.
I'm waiting for like a really good comic book horror movie.
Well, I
Like
told
a
you about
really
that Star
good
Wars
one.
one. I told you about that Star Wars one a few days ago.
Yeah, you had a really good Star Wars pitch.
Well,
That
no,
would have
no,
been.
not. It wasn't my. It was that book I told you about.
Oh, I pitched you the Star Wars thing.
Yeah, that was your. It was your idea on how they should do it, but it was that book.
Yeah.
I think they should interpret the one. They kind of did it for that recent show, but it was is there's a book about it where there was like this like I think it was like a virus that goes around and kind of makes these stormtroopers like dead brain zombies. Really cool thing. I don't remember all about it, but I told you about that, and I thought that'd be kind of cool. Best Halloween candy.
Best Halloween
I feel like
candy.
this is where you and I are gonna fight. Like this, like I know we kind of do like those joking things, like with you and Jack and Joe earlier, but I feel like this is really where we're gonna start like having fights.
I'm a Reese's Cups guy. I love Reese's Cups.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't eat.
I
I can have one and then I'm out for the week. I don't know
really.
why. I don't know why. I had
I
one
mean,
last
I'm
night.
assuming now that like if I were to have a Reese's cup, now it probably would put me in a catatonic shock because I
It's like I don't know
I
what
don't
that peanut
I
butter is, but it's heavy.
dude it gives like I like when I was working at a retail store, I just didn't want to say it. I they had the Halloween
Oh,
candy.
I know which one you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, hell, it was quite hell. I snagged a couple of Halloween candies, Reese's cups, because I was a terrible person and also a terrible employee. Um,
Hey, might as well
and
just go both ways. If you already won, just kick it.
yeah, and like for whatever reason, because like I had plenty of water, I ate plenty of food, I had a good diet at that time, and it just gave me really bad heartburn.
Really?
Like that,
Heartburn?
yeah, or like stomach acid or something like that. It was like whatever, for whatever reason my throat was burning from whatever was coming back up. It was really painful,
That's
and
gross.
yeah, it was quite gross.
That's
And
gross.
I can't do candy anymore, man. Like I
Really?
don't like candy. I'll probably I'll it tastes good, and I will have probably one if I'm like starving, but otherwise, like I can't eat candy or ice cream. It's just, not. It's just I've become sad. I'm like one butterscotch away from getting gray hair.
Well, dude, were there butterscotch things? Those rule.
They do. They
Are you
really do.
really? Do you not like them?
Then no, I do. That's the problem. Is I do. Those Werthers
Oh,
are fine.
my
Like you have
grandma.
one, they're good.
Oh, you have one, you got four, and you get one stuck to your tooth. But my grandma, I don't know if you had these. She had, and I mean, like, picture like a jar. Show me the size of a jar to you. Like, do it with your hands. Where's
Oh,
the
kind
bottom?
of like
Okay, so like a little tiny one. This woman had a jar like this big, made of I don't know what. It was a clear jar filled to the brim of the Seas candy like Warhammer suckers. Do you know what I'm talking about?
no.
Seas candy had this lollipop that was like a square. It was like a rectangular, like about that big on a stick, and it would be various flavors. But she always got butterscotch.
Yeah.
She had that. I never saw her refill it the 8 years I lived in California.
She
I
probably forgot about
It's in the front of the house. So when you
it.
walk
Yeah, I know
in,
it's but it's like it's that kind of thing where it's like,
and
you
also
know,
I may have eaten very old butterscotch for a long time. But the best Halloween candy you have is your Reese's Cups. That's your pick. My choices are Almond Joy or Twix. Those are my two.
Joy?
Yes, I love Almond Joy, dude. If I see a bite-sized Almond Joy, I'm snagging it. If it's the last one in the jar, I'm not asking around. I'm grabbing that sucker. I'm that selfish for an Almond Joy.
That's like if you were to have like an entire jar of candy of different kinds of candy, and everybody was picking it apart. Almond Joy's the last one you'd say.
I'm the one taking handfuls out just to look for the Almond Joys at the bottom. Yeah, man. I love Almond Joy.
What? Okay. To add to that, no, go back to John Carpenter. I don't want to talk about Halloween candy.
Well, we can do this a little bit. Also, fun fact: as of this week of recording, so it's Saturday. This was like announced, I think, Tuesday. 45 years ago this week, Halloween was out, which doesn't make sense to me that it could be that old. But Halloween came out in 1970s,
my guy.
78. That is a wild number. 45 years ago.
You can definitely tell when you're watching the movie.
Yeah, it's really good, and I like what John Carpenter says about being called the master of horror. He goes, "Look, I'm not the master of anything. I swear, this is the most relatable thing he's ever said."
No, I know you're gonna say, and I'm glad you brought it up because I forgot.
This is the most relatable thing I've ever heard a director say. Look, this is John Carpenter. Look, I'm not a master of anything. I just want to play video games and watch basketball. That's all I care about doing. I don't want to bother anyone. Dude,
I like that last part.
What a guy.
Do you know about the Dead Space video games?
I know of them. I don't think I've finished the games.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but just for the sake of it, just work with me. So I think he either was approached to do a Dead Space video game or he was asked about it. And what he said was, that would be cool, but I think somebody else is better for the job. You know, I really like, because like Dead Space, like in John Carpenter, like it works, you know, it's like the thing in space, but multiple things. And I don't know why it struck me so much, but having directors.
I'm sorry, I'm correcting you like you asked. He's talked about something like that, but he has not been involved.
Yeah. I really appreciated his sort of like, it's sort of like with Jordan Peele when he was asked about like doing a Marvel movie, and he's like, it's not something I ever thought about, and it's not something I would take when somebody else is more passionate about the source material and what they're working on. You know, because you definitely have those directors that are approached and they're like, I could. You think
John Carpenter could have made Multiverse of Madness better?
No, nobody would have, because the original scripts and, you know, Scott Derrickson, like, you know, Scott Derrickson, he, like, whatever movie he wanted to make and couldn't, like, nobody else could have done that job other than Scott Derrickson.
Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah, Scott Derrickson at Comic-Con, you know, they were like, the new Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is going to be a horror movie. And then Kevin Feige was like, nope. And, you know,
he went, yep. Went real fast on it.
You know, it's just like, you know, Kevin Feige, the smartest man alive. I was really, it's something I'm still not going to forgive Marvel for. That movie was, I defended that movie when it first came out, and upon rewatching it, I'm like, oh God, I hate almost everyone in this movie.
I like it. Shocker, Mr. Optimistic.
You don't think we deserve better?
I think someone said it recently, actually. So let me cut this out. Not cut this out.
Change my mind.
Hold on. Matthew Vaughn recently has said about Marvel movies, like we all need a little bit of time off from the superhero. Marvel needs less films. I think CGI effed up everything. You feel like you're watching a video game. You're not with the characters. It's also, he said maybe a little time off to actually create these things. So I fully agree with that statement, because I feel like a lot of it has been rushed to catch up with what was lost for COVID. And I don't think that's a needed approach, because catching up with something that was kind of like lost, not because of your own choice, is not something Like if Marvel took 7 years off because they just couldn't think of anything and then they had to play catch up, I could kind of understand that. But this was something that paused everything. You know what I'm saying?
Not even, yeah, not even necessarily that. It's more or less like, and this is just my take, and I'm not diminishing yours. I'm just
No,
sort of like,
Bill, just go.
because that's a good one. It's not even like I'd go like with the DC approach,
Oh.
which is like, hold on.
No, I agree. No, I'm fully agreeing.
Which is like you can have your movies be connected, but also you can have your standalones that don't have to be connected, and you can just appreciate them. Don't have to watch any other extra bullshit. You know, you just get in, you get out, you like it, you don't like it, you that's it. You know.
Yeah, man. Couldn't have said it
But
better.
like it's with like Marvel now, it's not even Marvel, dude. I'm tired of saying it's Marvel. Disney, man.
Well, I
Like
mean,
they really love they're basically those middle schoolers that's like, I got a great idea. And then
well, hold
you
on.
just
Not
sit
all of
with
the
that
movies have
idea.
been bad. Like in
Okay.
concept.
Okay. Yeah, conceptually and execution are two completely different things.
Yeah, man.
Like they're two different things. And also like with me, I take in so much Marvel and DC that right now I have like a love-hate relationship with them. And I know my tastes are, and I know what I like, and what I used to like with Marvel isn't what I like anymore with them today, because it's not the same person. They've like it's like Benjamin Buttons, they like aged backwards. And now it's just I'm watching like shitty kid movies, and some of them are great. You got your Spider-Man No Way Homes,
You got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but those were led by like those were selectively, like, you know, you have to prioritize those. And then the other movies got over, like Thor Love and Thunder or She-Hulk, for example. Because even She-Hulk, like as
That
bad
could
as
have been
that
great. That could have been so good.
oh my god, this was a John Carpenter thing. Oh my
This was also
god.
something we talked about in Martin Scorsese. Let's get back right into it. So, cutting back
Yep.
into it, yeah, they need to do that. What were we talking about? Oh, John Carpenter being a total rad dude about not wanting to just do anything and play basketball or play video games and watch basketball. I like that. John Carpenter, I feel like we barely talked about the writing and everything. He directs well, he keeps up with pace, and he knows how to set a scene. And that scene can also then be interpreted and easily connected with his writing. Because like if he's doing something like Big Trouble Little China, which is something that's very old action thing where guys are doing huge giant flips in the air and big explosions and comic book like one liners all the time, that's a fun time. But then he immediately goes into John Carpenter or Chrstine, not John Carpenter, John. I almost said John Wick. God, I'm tired. When John Carpenter does something like Halloween or Chrstine or The Thing,
Also the weather too.
yeah, it's
Like
also the
it's
weather.
it's been pouring.
It's bad. I also noticed he ends it kind of saying Chrstine, Halloween, The Thing. He knows how to set a good pace, and I like how The Thing takes place in one setting, and it doesn't rely on an elaborate thought, like other than who's the thing and how does he move and everything. Like that part's elaborate, but more about
Yeah.
relying on the scene. Like at Halloween, you rely on the house, you rely on the neighborhood, you rely on the police, you rely on Laurie. But
Yeah.
all those things, like I said, still connect well. So he knows how to set whatever movie he wants to do and set it right. Like he knows how to direct it, write it, and perfectly perfect it on how he wants to do it.
Yeah. Um, and also just the aesthetic of the thing. So there is a related, I swear to God.
I believe
Venom, there's a Venom series, the first volume of this Venom series, written by Daniel Way, who's a great writer, who he wrote a lot of the Deadpool comics that the Deadpool movies specifically reference. Like you remember that scene from Wade Wilson's at that apartment with Wade Wilson, and he was talking about, if this is about that poker game, I told Howie, pulled from the comics. But in the first volume of Venom, it was called Shiver, and it was basically the thing. It was the Venom symbiote took over a dog, went over to a base, and it was basically a who's Venom, like who's under that mask, and he's like killing people. It's a horror movie and a comic book, and I'll definitely lend you it. But
Thank you.
if you really like, if you want to know the Venom movie I want to make, it's that.
I'll definitely check it out then. I definitely like to read that.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about talking about the Venom movie.
Oh no, I thought that was the end of that. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you weren't
was waiting for
satisfied
you
with
to-
my answer.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. That was probably weird. Dude, we are both so
It is. We are so exhausted from this week, but we make it happen. It's the Halloween episode coming out this Tuesday. You're probably watching it already. Well, I don't have to say that now.
I will be dead within an hour.
I'm gonna be dead within an hour too. To wrap things up, I want to end it with some SAG-AFTRA updates. Unless you got more to say about John Carpenter.
He's a master of his own craft. He's a very humble artist.
Mm-hmm.
He has changed the horror genre for better, and I'd say that rewatching The Thing made me appreciate it so much more.
Oh, actually, I forgot to ask you, what's your favorite movie of his?
Oh, it's definitely The Thing. Again, it's just that, like, it's just that, idea of, it's Clue with an alien. It's amazing.
Dude, what a way to put it.
Like, it's really, everybody's paranoid. It's claustrophobic. It gets darker and darker. And I'm talking about, like, the palette, like, it's just like throughout the entire movie, it just like, you kind of get suffocated, and I'm having goosebumps right now talking about it. It's
good.
And Kurt Russell, man, as well. Like, he's a good looking man. That's not even connected to the movie. It's just Kurt Russell's a good looking man.
Look at this guy.
Yeah. His dumbass smile.
Me or him?
Everybody.
Look at his little weedy ass smile. Looks like he's on the box of the Captain Crunch. Look at him.
Watch, that's a secret prequel to Nick Fury.
Well, no. I mean, David, I would like to see in the next multiverse thing, David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury, as they were originally going to do it. No, he didn't.
Why did you say no to mine, but yours was much dumber?
No. Here's the thing. No, because this movie needs to be left alone. This movie never needs to be touched by any other thing ever. It needs to be left alone. The sequel, I don't know why they had to make that. This needed to be alone.
Was it called Escape from Chicago?
No, Escape from LA.
Escape from LA.
Because it was
so they had to escape again.
He did. Well, he had to escape again.
Another escape. Okay, so catch me up with the wait, hold on. What's your favorite John Carpenter movie?
The Thing or Big Trouble, because I remember watching. So I watched Big Trouble and Escape with my dad. And my dad and I, for the longest time, watched Big Trouble, not annually, but like semi-annually. And it's been a long time since I watched that movie. And I personally think it's really fun. I think it's his funniest movie. It's not like he's got a lot of comedies under his belt, but I love Kurt Russell's Jack Burton so much when I was growing up. I tried to go as him for Halloween, but I ended up just looking like oh shoot, who's that guy? It's not Danny McBride, but another I look like I don't know. I look like a dork. I look like a dorky Danny McBride. That's who I look like when I try to go as.
You always look like a dork.
Dorkier.
Oh yeah,
especially when I was young and I had high confidence. But the Thing is, like you said, perfect. It's Clue with what was your word? Clue with an alien.
Yeah, it's Clue with an alien, and I truly believe that it's one of those movies that'll just continue to hold up.
It should. The only reason why I think people probably like someone couldn't probably like it is just because they just don't like that era of movies. Like there's just people who just don't like older movies.
Yeah, I mean, it's also just because like it's such a
juxtaposition.
Yes.
Of what?
It's let me finish. That's not the end of the sentence, man.
It sounded like it was.
I was struggling with a word. Obviously, there was a pause. It's such a juxtaposition. I give up. It's such a juxt to like watching modern movies today, and you're watching basically a different filter, shakier cams, shittier acting, that I even struggle with it, and you're struggling to keep it together. I struggle. Yeah, I know. This is how my day is gonna go.
We gotta pick a later time to record. We cannot keep doing it this early.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind doing it this early. I'm like, it's just you woke me up from sleep. Hold on, I didn't mean to phrase it like that. You had a right to, because it was an hour before the pod, and I didn't sleep that much at all.
Neither did I. I didn't sleep that great either.
But
especially on our Halloween episode ruined us, scared our sleep away.
Yeah,
I feel like a zombie.
You can also title it The Walking Crew.
Maybe. No. Honestly, this is equivalent to our most diverging episode. I feel like I say that once every other episode.
You do.
That episode was just horrendous.
Yeah. All right. So
let's SAG-AFTRA.
Finish it off, my guy.
Yeah, let's wrap it up here. So SAG-AFTRA is, I believe, on day 107 as of this recording. At day 103, so I think that was like Monday or Tuesday. The AMPTP, that was Monday. They met again with SAG-AFTRA on the 24th, so that was about Tuesday. Then they met. So they met Tuesday. They planned to negotiate on Wednesday, but they actually SAG-AFTRA took Wednesday off to go over the plan, like the deal the AMPTP gave them. Like they kind of reviewed it for a day, which felt good. Okay. And then Thursday, they took Wednesday off and they met Thursday, took it off, like I said, to go over the deal. Major studios have threatened to halt talks with SAG-AFTRA, get this, until January if a deal cannot be made, isn't reached this week. Like if it isn't reached this week, they're going to stop. But there are some good news.
Remember when I said I'll be dead in an hour?
Yeah. Well, no, here's some good news, Colin. That's what they said, I want to say Thursday. So yesterday, they met again.
Okay.
And it felt a little more promising. They're progressing. Both sides are kind of coming to a better standpoint, and they're working on stuff. And I think actually they're meeting again today, Saturday. I think they're meeting again today, or they're working through the weekend. So they're either working through the weekend and going over the stuff, or they are meeting today and possibly tomorrow if today goes well. So
okay, good.
There's been some traction, even though the AMPTP like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, walked away from the deal and did the least amount of effort. Like we all know that they're just they're beating around the bush. They just need to pay their actors, bless you, fairly. They can do this in 6 seconds.
They can, but also, I mean, it's not a good excuse. It's just how they are, and it's just greedy corporate douchebags. I get they got to make their money too, but also like, how much money do you really need to earn when you got
I know we're not saying
common guy.
Yeah. We're not saying that these people shouldn't be like driven out of a job. Like that's not what I'm saying. But I am saying the AMPTP doesn't need all that money that they have right now. Like you said, they make more than the average person.
Yeah,
not because of anything different. Then it's nothing different than what they're doing in their own profession.
Yeah, and we're not we're not saying that like they're rich.
We're not siding with the
shit, we're just saying that like
there's no way I'm siding with AMPTP.
I mean, yeah, I'm siding with the guy that believes that, and for good reason, believes that, hey, we're not actually getting what we're working for, because, I mean, you on the surface, you look at actors and you're like, you're making $1 million. What's the commotion? And well, it's like, not like you're using your likeness, your stuff is being run by streaming services, but you're not getting compensated for it the way that you were when it was being run on a network. And also with actors, like they have to pretend to be a completely different person for like 12 hours a day. So that's exhausting.
And more.
More.
So much more. And it's a
for lot. An entire year too, straight.
Even that.
Including break. But
yeah, but SAG-AFTRA is going strong. We're so proud of him. Them. They're kicking close to a deal. I really hope AMPTP comes to their senses soon. Just get this deal over with. Could be any day now.
And I hope so, dude. I really do, because I also selfishly, I mean, I miss talking about this stuff with you on the podcast, and I always have to. I always forget that like I'm not allowed to talk about something because out of respect.
No, I get I know we're both excited for stuff that's coming out that's like bigger things, but I think like as much as we have enjoyed talking about it, I don't think doing what we have done, knowing that people aren't getting what they deserve, would have been right. That's why we did the whole change. We went in that another episode.
Of course.
But I also do love talking about writers and directors' filmography, even though we have sucked on it. I still enjoy going back to watch the work that they have done. And while I'm watching movies, I've noticed recently that I'm annoying because I look up behind the scenes stuff or like how they work and everything. So for me, it's really cool to see like this guy take a craft like write something incredible, then go into that with direct something that's insanely great, and then keep doing that. Like that is insane.
Like the behind the scenes and commentaries and special features, that's like our cooking show. We like that. Those are our chefs.
That's my Julia Child.
Yeah, that's my Gordon Ramsay.
My Gordon, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait for the Gordon Ramsay biopic. Someone's gonna be doing that. Someone better be doing that.
Al Pacino.
No. I mean, like Rocket Man, but for Gordon Ramsay. Titled Lamb Sauce. The Gordon Ramsay story.
No, I would have titled it Idiot Sandwich.
Perfect. Greenlit.
A24, get on that.
A24. Oh, probably. They probably would make something like that.
That's the title that A24 would make.
That's 100% they would. That'll have to be wrapping up on episode 26, the Halloween episode. That was a solid clap, dude. Whoa.
Pretty sure the mic's not pick it up for shit.
I picked up a little. I heard the echo. That was good.
Oh, good.
Colin, can you guess our next director?
Next director, is it horror related?
No. That's your one clue.
That's my one clue. Okay. I gotta go with please, Matthew Vaughn. No.
Dude.
Did I?
No. It's Quentin Tarantino.
That's actually a better.
That's a good one, right?
Let's go, dude. I've been waiting for this one.
I know.
Django is on sale on Apple.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really? How much?
I think either $6.99 or $9.99.
I mean, too low for a great movie, but that is a steal.
Well, I know
it's an old movie. I get it, but
it's an older one.
That is.
And it's had great movies for great deals, so I'm not upset.
I'm not gonna lie. That one I cannot wait to. I think I did a TikTok long ago that I think Django is my number one. It's definitely top 3. Quentin Tarantino.
It's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for me. Or Inglourious Bastards. I love. We'll save it for the podcast, but I love when Leonardo comes out. He's like, "It's official, little buddy. I'm a has-been," and then Brad.
There's a lot of stuff that happened in that movie. I really am excited to go over. But yeah, that'll officially wrap up episode 26, our Halloween episode. We really, guys, hope you have a good Halloween. I know I'm going to be celebrating by taking my exam. My teacher said though that if we show up in my professor said if we show up in costume, we get extra points. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that's a sick vibe.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I got.
Put it on. Put it on the mat. Put it on.
I'll put it on.
Yeah. Hold on. Go off screen and then put your head in. Go off screen. Put your Spooder man. The anticipation is building, folks. This is what we give you when we end the Tu-Vie podcast.
My zipper's down.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty good look. It's pretty good. And then like when you do this, you got that Tom Holland scene where he had this hood up, or
a little bit.
I'm Miles. I got the exaggerated swagger.
Nope. Can you go off screen and then jump into frame? I got something I want to do in post.
You're making me exercise.
You gotta get up anyways. All right. Off screen and then just jump looking at the camera.
All right. All right. Okay, hold on. Ready?
Off screen and then in the screen. There you go.
This isn't gonna work as well as you think it is, and you're an asshole for making me do this.
Cooler.
All right.
Just hold the pose like a thwip pose.
Like a flip.
Like when you land, do this.
I don't think I've jumped in years. I don't think my feet have ever left the ground.
Just come on. It's
all
one
right.
thing. Right. Okay. No. Just forget it. You're good. Yeah, that was great.
That is all I can do.
Okay, you did great. It's perfect, buddy. I'm proud of you. Way to go. I'm happy.
There's really not that much space here at all.
Oh, okay.
So
it looks bigger here.
Okay. Yep, that's what she said.
If you guys did enjoy the episode, be sure to follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcast. Or if you guys are watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Just don't even hit it. Just absolutely obliterate that subscribe button and destroy the like button.
Use protection, treat her like a woman, and smash it.
You heard him. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll see you guys next week.